The world is a mirror. What you see in that world is yourself. In our relationships, if you carefully observe, we can see that whenever we're relating to our wife, whenever relating to our husband, to our child, then suddenly we say, oh, that person is angry. When the person is upset about something, then something is happening within you. Let us say there's a conversation between a wife and husband, or two partners, or two friends. In that conversation, each one is only mirroring the other person. What you see in the other person, what you feel when you relate to the other person is yourself. When the husband is yelling at the wife, or wife is yelling at the husband, then there is something happening, there's a hurt that is going on within you. What are we trying to do in all our relationships? What are we trying to do? One of the greatest things that we are trying to do in all our relationships is to change the other person. That one question we say, my life is so beautiful, my life will be fantastic and wonderful if only my husband can change this in his life, isn't it? If only my husband can change this, if only my wife can be different and change this, then my life will be wonderful. And what is our whole journey in our relationships is we are constantly working to change the other person. Not forgetting, we are telling, you are the problem. You are the issue for me. If only you can change, then my life will be good. We are telling, you are the problem, and there is only one finger pointing at them, but there are three fingers pointing at you, asking, what about you?
Bravo! Yeah!
It is such an important thing to reflect, because the world is only a mirror. What you see in the mirror is yourself. That is the only way you can see yourself.
The theory that with the intention of deepening myself and us into the loving, the theory is, for me, has been to look at it, and to look at it from the perspective that what happens in pregnancy is exactly what happens in a process such as cancer. Stay with me. See, in pregnancy, when a body is impregnated, is inseminated with a thought, with the potential for life, and the mom's immune system literally has to lower to stop attacking this foreign object that's being growing. And it's only then that this growing object will have an opportunity to grow. See, I say this looking at a beautiful pregnant mom. I say this looking at a beautiful mom in my life, my partner. I say this looking around and seeing so many beautiful moms a day before Mother's Day. You see? And from the depth of humility, as a person who has been there, who had the wound of cancer, and instead of aborting it, instead of rejecting it, instead of closing up, but just choose to surrender meekly into the loving God, realizing, trusting, putting faith forward that all will be okay. That particular psycho-spiritual posturing changes our physiology, and it brings forward possibility. And the only things that we have is what the sages before us have always mentioned imagination is far more important than knowledge. Knowledge is dead. By the time that I graduated from medical school, 85% of all that I memorized was obsolete. Look it up. That's not just me. Knowledge is unimportant. It's the imagination. It's the imagination that brings forward the possibility, the dream, the what if, what we may be. And then your body follows that. If you build it, they shall come. That's what I'm bringing forward. So at the point of trauma, go into the tension with the intention of wholeheartedly accepting it and realizing that at the soul level, there is no such a thing as injustice. At the soul level, it's all just. There is a harmony. Just allow it. And within the process of allowing, that's when there is the possibility of healing. Because where I come from, and what I've spent 3 years of my life, maybe even looking at it closer, more myopically, is really redefining loving, redefining healing, and wholeheartedly experiencing what it means to heal. And my definition, with utmost humility, is that of gratitude, that of applying all the loving to places inside that they're hurting. Since 1972, when Richard Nixon declared war on cancer until now, the success rate for radiation and chemo collectively is 2.1%. Look it up. 2.1%. Killing, burning, attacking, cutting, not going to solve anything. Symptoms are telling us, communicating that there is more to this story. Look at it. Allow the immunity, the resistance of wanting to abort, wanting to push away the pain, the discomfort, the not knowing. Lower your immunity. Allow yourself to go into this process of gestation and new birth. And then miracles happen.
There are people, at one stage, there are this kind of people have an experience in life. No matter whatever they do, they never progress in their lives. No matter what they do. They work so hard. There are some people that I met, that I know, they work on the same desk, in the same chair for 35 years, doing the same job. There is no progress, no matter how hard they work, how many hours they work. Then there is another stage of another kind of people who have to struggle through in their lives to actually make anything. And with all the struggle they make, they reach nowhere. They think their life is a failure. There is another kind of people, the third kind of people, who work very, very hard. They put 150% and they get 30% results. This is another kind of people. And there are some people that we see, they put very little effort and they get great results in life. We find, if you observe around you in your world, you will see one or more of these four kinds of people. All this is because the experiences that you have in the womb of your mother between 0 and 9 months old.
I wholeheartedly love you.
Thank you so much for
Thank you for being here.